Hi everyone, it's Mimi. Welcome back to my channel. I am back to share with you guys my second design team project for Beebeecraft. And this time I did a lot of playing around with resin. If you guys remember my haul and unboxing video, I will link that up at the top right if you have not seen that already. But I did pick up this, I guess you can call it a kit of all these molds, as well as it came with some stir sticks, popsicle sticks, and a measuring cup. And it came with these 7 different molds. So they have been experimented on and tested ever since I did that video. I only have a few samples to show, mostly because some of them just did not work. So enough babbling, let me go ahead and share with you guys the items that I made with this, with my resin, and make sure to check out the description box below for a link to Beebeecraft, as well as a direct link to this kit. It's a great value. And also make sure to use my discount code. If you spend over $45, you can get $5 off. So all the information will be down in the description box below. So make sure to open that up and you can see everything that I talked about. So let me go ahead and share with you what I created. So with these molds, I did a few techniques. I've been watching a lot of videos on resin. So this one is the larger of the circles in the pack, and I tried to do some sort of like a geode pour in here, and I used my mica powders, and if you can see like the little specks on top, that's actually foil. It was kind of a happy accident when I was foiling the sides. If you see that pink foil, so pretty. When I was kind of trying to wipe it off, it didn't come off. So I just left it. This one is a combination of a really pale gold mica powder and a pale pink. And the great thing is that you get 2 different looks. Like, I don't know if you can see this, but the glitter on this side is not as prominent as this side. So this is the bottom where the mold is, and depending on the density of your pigments and things like that, it'll either sink. Most of the time the glitter will always sink, but so sparkly. So you can use this as a little coaster. It's really not that big. It is about 3 1/4 inches. So maybe for a little mug or just something to put on your desk, and then you can put something on top of it just as decoration. I also did try out some 3D flower techniques, and this is one of them. And I don't know if it's picking it up. I do apologize for my lighting. I'm changing some things around in here, and I am trying my best to make sure that you guys can see things without too much glare and too many shadows. So I did a 3D flower technique on this oval one. Again, I did edge the side. This is with some gold paint, and I actually used, this is made by Testers, and it's actually enamel paint that people normally use this for like model cars and things like that, but it's really inexpensive, and I picked up a couple of these to basically use to paint my edges. You can also use like a leafing pen, or just like in this one, this is actually pink leaf. So in the center here, I took my gold leaf and put that in the center to create a flower center, and then I used white and blue pigment paste. So that's the back, and do you see how like the white is a little bit heavier, so it sank, but still I think it's really pretty. And I did make quite a few of these square coasters. That's what I'm gonna call them. So let me share with you this one. This was my very first attempt at trying to create a flower. I don't think I mixed the pigment in properly, but something happened, and this is how it came out. It is actually a very, very light aqua mint color and white. So there's two different colors that I use, but everything looks kind of the same. But it is very wispy, and I made it super thick, and I learned from this one because you don't need a coaster to be this thick. And here is the back. Do you see how the glitter has sunk? But it's very hard on video to capture how pretty these things are. And I did also try out a new resin, and I don't think I mixed it properly enough just because there are so many tiny little bubbles. So, like I said, this was the first one. And then I tried the flower technique again. You can see a little bit more of the two colors. And then I used silver leaf to make my center. A lot of these I did do a top coat because I don't know if you can see on this one. You can see kind of on this edge. The edges are kind of raised, and I felt like I needed to do a top coat to even it out. But I love the two-tone of the blue that you get from this flower, even though it was only one shade of blue that I used. And then here's the back. For this one, I believe I used my silver leafing pen. And here is the next flower. I did a different technique on this, more similar to how I did this one. You can see more of the white coming through this one. I think this is actually the back. No. No, this is the back. No. It's hard to tell. I can't tell. But this one, you can totally see that it's more 3D. And again, this blue, it looks like there's like different shades, but it's only one color that I used. So I love how this one came out. I used my gold leafing pen to edge this one. And then here is the one that I did at the same time as this round one. And this one you can see a little bit more. Do you see that foil? And like I said, that was a happy accident. I did use some iridescent tiny stars in this glitter mixture. And the colors mixed a little bit more. This one's more circular, and this one is kind of spread throughout. And again, I used that pink leaf for the sides. Then here is the back. So the gold kind of just sank to the bottom. So those are the coasters that I made. And I'm going to show you something that it's not quite done. I was trying something out to see if it'll work. I did use that heart mold, and I created somewhat of like a mini cake stand, if you will. So I used the heart mold, the coaster, the square one, and then the largest circle. And I did a more of a geode pour with the glitter in the center and then the blue on the outside, and I used a white mica in between. So I love the effects that it gave each one of these. I edged all of them in a rose gold leaf. And then just to kind of have it sit up at the bottom, I just attached these wooden, I don't know what they're called, but there you can see that a little bit better. They're natural wood. I just painted them to kind of match the blue. And then that way it'll sit up off of the ground. And then you could put little trinkets in here. You know, it's kind of more for decoration than it is for functionality, but you can hold items in there. And I was thinking about maybe putting a topper like that This is just one of the Tim Holtz drawer pulls, and I attach that to a spool. And if I decide to attach that like this, I would paint it first. So let me know, what do you guys think? I think it'd be cute. And I attached these two, they're wooden candlesticks. They're the mini kind, and I've had them in my stash forever. I pulled them out. I used this one the correct way, and I flipped this one upside down so it would give it a wider base at the very top. I painted it with some rose gold paint, and then I used my rose gold glitterific to give it lots of glitter and shine. Mostly because the wood on these were so rough that it was very hard to sand, and I really didn't want to put all that work into it. So this was my solution. So there's my almost finished, kind of like a 3-tier tray. And I just wanted to use what I had, so that's why I used my candlesticks and this if I was going to add it to the top. So those are the projects that I created using the mold set from Beebeecraft. These are so much fun. There's so much more you can do with these, but you get a ton of different sizes. You can make keychains, you can make coasters, all sorts of things. So let me know if you have any questions and which coaster was your favorite out of the ones that I did. I love both techniques, whether it was the geode or the flowers, but hope you guys are having a great week so far, and I will see you guys really soon in another video. Bye everyone.